All right, welcome to another episode of Stand Tall, where we talk about the art of war and do a verse out of the art of war, and then we go over to the Daily Stoic and read December 29th's reading from the Daily Stoic. Right now, we're in chapter 6 of the art of war, verse 3. By holding out advantages to him, he can cause the enemy to approach of his own accord, or by inflicting damage, he can make it impossible for the enemy to draw near. Don't attack too early, is what that says. You can catch more honeys with an ounce, more flies with an ounce of honey than with a gallon of vinegar. Okay, let's go over. We like to read an alternate translation because it gives us a little bit more insight. Master Sun says, "What causes opponents to come of their own accord is the prospect of gain. What discourages opponents from coming is the prospect of harm." Ho Yongchi reflects on this, saying that lure them with something to gain, and opponents will be tired while you are at ease. Zhang Yu says that the only way to get opponents to come to you is to lure them with gain. The only way to ensure that opponents will not get to you is to harm what they care about. Cao Cao says to this that to bring them to you, lure them with gain. To keep them from getting to you, attack where they will be sure to go to the rescue. I like his perspective on it because it's also like not just like, hey, don't attack too early or don't harm somebody and make them, emotionally not wanting to be around you or whatever. It also means that like if you want to get to somebody or you do have something as far as like an opponent or an employee or an emotion that is the enemy, maybe like attack it where it will not attack you more, nip it in the bud almost. Do you says that if you can cause them to run while you hold an essential pass, you can make it impossible for opponents to get to you. As it is said, one cat at the hole and 10,000 mice dare not come out. One tiger in the valley and 10,000 deer cannot pass through. Yeah, so just one tiger and none of the deer are going to go near. So he's talking more about land and holding position, right? If you hold a strategic pass, you've attacked that pass so that the enemy can't come through. Let's go over to December 29th out of the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman, and then we'll read that and see what kind of wisdom we can achieve. December 29th, give thanks. In all things, we should try to make ourselves be as grateful as possible, for gratitude is a good thing for ourselves, in a manner in which justice, commonly held to belong to others, is not. Gratitude pays itself back in large measure. Yeah, be that's from Seneca, Moral Letters 81.19. Yeah, so that's fantastic because like give thanks, giving period, it feels nice, right? It feels good to give to people, especially if you have the means to give. And giving begets more giving. And so gratitude pays itself back in large measure. So there's a lot of unseen, I guess, inner workings that happen when you're gracious and thankful. So let's see what the authors say. Think of all the things you can be grateful for today. That you are alive, that you live in a time primarily of peace, that you have enough health and leisure to read this book. What of the little things? The person who smiled at you, the woman who held the door open, the song you like on the radio, and the pleasant weather. Gratitude is infection. Its positivity is radiant. Even if today was your last day on earth, if you knew in advance what it was going to end in a few short hours, would there still be plenty to be grateful for? How much better would your life be if you kicked off every day like that? If you let it carry through the morning to the night to touch every part of your life. That's crazy because like I thought like what would be a better last day to sit here and play video games that I won't finish or go and try to finish the work that I've started. And just give thanks. Give thanks for every beautiful morning, every beautiful day. Give thanks for our reading of Sun Tzu, our ability to take the time to read these verses and these chapters and to try to glean more wisdom. So keep standing tall out there.